What's up, everybody? This is Chad Wick from M22 Minibikes. Just letting you know what's going on in the shop. We dug this one out. This is the OG mini bike, 16-inch apes on a Megamoto thing. This one never gets ridden. It's only got about 10 miles on it. So this is the new build that I've been posting. This will have a fully built motor. I mean, on rod, pistons, springs, push rods, flywheels, the whole nine. It should be comparable to this one's build. I'm going with the PWK carb, of course. This one I wanted to make street legal. That is the plan with this one. I'm going to get it titled and plated and hopefully try to find somebody to insure it. I didn't use the suspension forks like I usually do because I usually do. Basically, almost all my bikes have them except for the GTs. And I just wanted to make something different. I wanted that big fat boy look in the front, which should be pretty cool. This bike's going to be basically that old school baby blue, okay? With I'm going to paint the wheels white, kind of like just a cream. So then the engine will go white, the block itself, okay? And then this will go blue to match. I'm not quite sure if I want to paint these on this one. When you paint them, you get, see that? Just barely touching it. So in order to be street legal, it has to have DOT tires, which it does. Have to have front and rear brakes, which it will. This one I'm putting a foot brake on and then a hand brake up top. I'm running 420 chain. This is a 41 tooth with, I think it's a, 12 or something that comes on the jug or whatever, the torque converter. So what I do is I buy this off of Amazon, the regular torque converter, because it's like $50. And then I bought this. Well, usually I get them from Studs because they're only $88. It ends up being cheaper to do it this way than to buy the whole jug converter kit. Back to the build, we're gonna make her street legal, like I said. So this is my first time building forks. Man, that was something. That was fun. I think it's way easier just to put these forks on it. But it's going to have a Springer seat on it, like this. It'll probably be right about here somewhere. And I am going to put a fender on it. You can see here, I'm going to Jesse James the shit out of this thing here and cut that piece out of the middle and weld it back together to make it the right thickness for those tires. So other things to be street legal, it needs a headlight. So what I'm going to do is do like I do on my e-bikes and put one of these, I got like a 8,000 lumen one coming. So there's a headlight. And then it needs turn signals and brake lights, which I'll just wire up. Just a big fatty LiPo. I have one sitting somewhere that's easily rechargeable, and it'll probably run those lights for a month before it needs to be recharged. I'm going to do the same thing with the horn, because you need a horn. I'm just going to get an electric push button bike horn, and you know, there's your horn, brake lights, turn signals, and you got to have turn signals in front and back. And then I have to get some paperwork from the Secretary of State. Then take that paperwork and the finished bike to a cop and have him sign off on the street legalness of it. And then I take that back to the Secretary of State and they will issue a title. So then I'll have a title for this bike, and then I'll have to pay for a license plate. And then hopefully find somebody that will insure a hand-built bike. My goal is to get it mocked and rolling and running before the snow hits. Like I said, you know, it's been pretty tight lately, so we'll see. Plus, I have to build the engine yet. It is not built. This is just my mock-up engine Hemi that I have for mock-ups, and I just decided to use it. An update on the snow bike. Well, I kind of stopped here because mine, for some reason, did not come with a keyed or splined or anything drive shaft. These were just loose, so they had to be welded on. This is nice and straight, but something happened when I did the brake. It's not square. So, I mean, the whole thing's like $225. I can't seem to get a hold of anybody in China to see if they just sell the axle or whatever, but I got to take it all apart and buy a new track thing and make sure it's straight this time. So push button hand warmers, which is going to be pretty sweet. Going to need those. I got to reinforce this front a little bit because there's some flex. See that? We don't want that shit. One thing I did notice is my tank seal stuff right there, the JB whatever, is leaking ever so slightly. So probably gotta put some more in there or something like that. So well, that's where we're at with this one. I want it to eat a Grom for dinner. That's my goal, and to be street legal. I'd kind of like to start making these bikes, maybe production with a Ghost, you know, just drop a Ghost in it. You probably get 58 miles an hour out of a Ghost with an arc flywheel. I haven't tried the cheap flywheels yet, these things, because you got to get like an advanced key or something. I'm not quite familiar with that yet. So this one I think we're going to call the 45 because it has a 45-inch wheelbase. I think it'd be some short apes, but I'd kind of like them spread out ones, you know what I mean? Because they're going to be a little shorter because you sit so low, and I want them to spread out like that, you know what I mean? Like outward. Not so much straight up like my other ones, but more like a, you know, the old bicycle style or something like that. We'll see. So I'm trying to keep the retro thing going on. Check me out on Instagram at M22 Minibikes and on Facebook, same thing.